We've had a busy season of limited edition arrivals for 00 gauge with an HST, a Class 60 and a Class 31. But we thought we needed something with a big, noisy V16 engine to add to the collection. Let's find out what it is. So welcome back to Derby Chaddeston Sidings, and as you may have guessed by now, our next limited edition is right behind us. It's 56103 from the DC Rail fleet, which has been produced exclusively for Key Publishing by Cavalex Models in 00 gauge. Really excited to add this to our limited edition collection, a great follow-up to our model of 60029 from the DC Rail fleet. And we're going to catch up with Cavalex Models today and also DC Rail to find out a little bit more about how these locomotives are both made in model form and operate on the real railway as well. Now, our new limited edition is available to pre-order right now with a £30 deposit. The full prices are £189.95 for the DCC ready versions and £289.95 for the DCC sound fitted models, and they're currently expected to arrive in the fourth quarter of this year. Right, without further ado, let's have a catch up with Alex from Cavalex Models and find out a bit more. So Alex, we're back at Chaddeston Sidings for another DC Rail loco, and obviously last time we were here we were looking at 60029, but this time it's 56103.
It is, it's nice to be here again, a lot warmer today.
It certainly is, yes.
It's a lot warmer,
yeah.
But it's nice to see DCR's other loco, that they have the 56 rather than the 60, both of which we love very much.
Yeah. So this is obviously now part of your second production run of Class 56. Are there any changes from the first production run we can expect?
There are a couple of minor tweaks we've done. We've slightly adjusted the bogey centres because they were a tiny bit out. Although when you do look across Flickr of photos, you can see that there are some variation in bogey location. But we have changed that. And the other change we've done is we've made a slight change to the kinematic coupling because we weren't quite happy with how that was operating. But they're the two main tweaks that we've done.
So it's otherwise, I mean, we've seen the Class 56 already, obviously with the first batch that came out, it was January 2023,
yes,
that's right, wasn't it? Yeah. They sold through very quickly as well, didn't they? But it's now, you're well in with production with those as well?
Production of those is going to start as soon as the Class 60 production's finished, which is due to imminently to finish. Yeah. And the factory are already gearing up for production, and they will then start properly once the Class 60 production has finished.
So when can we actually expect the second batch of 56s, including 56103?
We were hoping that the second run would arrive late summer, probably end of September, but I think that may just edge into October or November due to the Class 60 production overrunning a little bit.
And could you remind us what the specification is of the Class 56, what we actually get inside the model?
So we have the five-pole twin flywheel motor to drive the model. It's all-wheel pickup, but it is four-wheel drive. We have a floating centre axle, which gives better road handling, but there's more than enough haulage capacity there.
So yeah, we've seen them running with 35 wagon MGR trains. They've got plenty
we
of
have
capacity,
tested them to show that it can more than match what is required. We then have a 21-pin socket for DCC operation. We have full lighting suite. and so it's a lovely model.
Yeah. And the DCC SoundFit ones, do they have a stay alive on board as well?
The stay alive is standard across the circuit board, so the DCC ready ones and the sound fitted examples have the stay alive on the circuit board.
Yeah, so even if you went and decided you wanted a DCC ready one, you want to add your own decoder later, it would then connect to the stay alive as well. Yeah.
Yes, it will. Yeah. So I mean, we recommend a lock pilot decoder to get the full functionality of the loco.
Yeah. And obviously in terms of the actual physical body, like all your previous Class 56, this matches exactly the features of 56103 as it is today, doesn't it?
Yes, yes it is. So we will replicate 103 in model form as you see it here today with all the cosmetic features of the loco on our model.
Yeah, because it's got a few little tweaks on this one, hasn't it? It's got a new high intensity light was fitted onto it in 2024, which I think then changed the front handrail from a single piece to a twin.
Handrail. So that's similar to what we did on the 081 from our GBRF twin pack.
Yeah, and obviously it's got the removable roof cover for the access to the decoder, and that's the later load hall grills as well, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Danny, thanks for joining us today and also for the access to 56103 today. What's your role with the locomotive?
So I'm the light maintenance manager for DC Rail. I'm in charge of the management of the maintenance for Class 56s, so 103 here and 301 that's behind it, and also the full Class 60 fleet and the wagons.
Okay, so what does that actually entail on a day-to-day basis for you?
So for 56s, I plan the running maintenance, which goes from a service check, which is what's happening behind us at the minute, from our field service engineer, to an A exam, which is a service on your car, that happens every week, to then the B exams, so at the minute they're every 3 months, which is then where it goes back to a depot for more of an intensive MOT. And then from that, my colleague Richard Ellison, he then does all the level 5 maintenance, as it's called, which is anything heavier than what we can do out in the field or on a light maintenance depot.
And obviously you say you operate both the 60s and the 56s. Is there a big difference between operating the two classes?
Yeah, 56 is not very fitter friendly, as it would be called. As you saw when you were going through the engine room, space is at a premium. They decided to put a V16 engine in a body shell of a 47, which had a straight engine in it. Yeah, they're not the best things to work on. However, they're built for a job. Yep. They do the job. Yeah, they're just not people friendly. No. Unlike a 60 with plenty of space in it.
Yeah. And how often are you actually operating these 56s?
So these two have been out of service, 301 just over a year and 103 has just come out of a B exam. We operate them at the minute, the diagram is up here, they are doing about 3 days a week. So they go to, for example, like tomorrow they're going to Kings Lynn on the sand traffic that runs every weekend, and they were out of Tunstead at the beginning of the week.
And do you actually travel with them as fitters then when you're...
Sometimes, so for example, because 301 had been out of service for a year, myself rode on it on the Sunday night after the maintenance was completed at Bowden Rail Engineering at Colic Depot, who do our 56 maintenance. We went out and just made sure that whilst they're out on track, nothing vibrated, not loose or anything like that, and they did perform as they should be doing.
So these are now presumably back out in the field?
Yeah, they're in service now.
Required,
yeah, in service, yeah.
And do you always operate the 56s in pairs, or do they work on their own?
Yes, a single one won't do what a 60 will do. So as a pair, they will operate the traffic we require a Class 60 to do. Yeah. So they're covering for a Class 60 at the minute.
Yeah, okay. So it's heavy trains they work on.
It is, yeah. So yeah, Sunday, for example, it was 2,000 tonne. Yeah. So all 20 wagons that are behind us now, they were out in traffic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a serious load for. Well, I mean, we're not talking about modern locos here, are we? At the end of the
no,
day,
you know, they're 40-odd year old. You know, they're coming up to the 50th anniversary in 26. Yeah, so yeah, they've had a hard life.
Yeah, I know you said that they're not the easiest to work on from a fitter's point of view, but do the drivers enjoy driving them, or
compared to a 60? No, they were built to a price, and it was getting them out in service as quick as possible. Yeah. The enthusiastic drivers, they do enjoy them. You know, they're loud, they make a lot of noise, and you know, they're a bit of a rarity now because our strong fleet is Class 60s. Yeah. So, but yeah, the creature comforts for a driver is minimal.
Yeah. So it's a very different cab atmosphere in there, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So I guess like us as enthusiasts, if the driver's enthusiastic about driving them, then they're
you'll
fantastic,
find out.
aren't they?
Yeah, so, you'll certainly find out.
Yeah. Our thanks to Cavalex Models and to DC Rail for arranging access to 56103 today here at Derby Chadderton Sidings. It's fantastic to see the real locomotive in the flesh. We're really looking forward to seeing this limited edition come through, and it is available to pre-order right now from the Key Model World shop with a £30 deposit per order. The full prices are £189.95 DCC ready and £289.95 DCC sound fitted, with arrival expected in the fourth quarter of 2025. Thank you once again for joining us today to watch this video, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.